Hi, you're welcome to another wonderful day. We thank God for His faithfulness. I want to believe you're grateful too. This week, we'll be talking about show up. Show up. My text is taken from the book of Matthew chapter 5 from verse 14 to 15. Matthew 5, 14 to 15. It says, "You are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it gives light unto all that are in the house. Ye are the light of the world." Like I earlier said, our topic says show up. Show up. Christians can't be light in a dark world without showing up. You cannot be a light in this world we're in this dark world, without showing up. If Jesus didn't show up, you would be nowhere. I will be nowhere. Dear child of God, God has called you to show up and be a light in this dark world. But the question you ask yourself is, so where can I show up? And I'll be listing 3 ways we can show up. Number 1, show up for the challenge. Show up for the challenge. Challenges bring out the best in people. A person who is not challenged remains in their comfort zone, but one who is challenged has a hill to climb. It may be a long, hard effort tracking the challenge and climbing that hill, but at the top, the serene is incredible. Though it is often overwhelming in the beginning, fulfilling a challenge brings joy to life. So, don't shrink from that challenge. Learn to show up for the challenge. Number 2, show up on time. Show up on time. That's being punctual. If you are the first person to show up, it indicates that you are intentional and you value other people. When you show up on time, it shows you are intentional. It means you really want to be there and you value other people. Punctuality is a very important value in life. Even for business, punctuality is a very important value. Even before God, punctuality is a very important value. So punctuality also shows how an individual manages their time and respects the time of others. The question is, are you the first or the last person to show up in that group? Are you the first or the last to show up in that meeting? Or are you the first or the last to show up in that program? Saving your time is equal to saving money. Number 3, show up every time. Show up every time. When I say every time, I mean every time when you know it's very important. And show up every time, I'm looking at the aspect of being reliable. People who are reliable and consistent always show up. They don't require others to follow them up in order to get something done or work done. They don't require someone to follow them up, to extend a hand of love, care, generosity to another person. People who show up every time people who are reliable. You can count on them in a group, in a setting, as a friend, especially when it counts. Friends, be reliable today and discover how you can help others. In conclusion, I will say, remember, just showing up is one of the most important things we can do as fellow believers. Beloved of God, just show up. Just show up. Thank you. I believe you were blessed. Kindly share with someone so that they can be blessed too. God bless you. You are blessed and you are highly favored. Remember, there is need to know God for you. Shalom.